Good evening, everyone. This is the third lesson of light design. And step by step, we go into more complicated things. Today, we will approach the digital technology and we will compare it with the previous analogical technology. We will particularly analyze the projectors and all the other equipments, but also the connectivity between them, the software, and the protocol based and work on. So, to the previous section, we examined the Fresnel, PC ellipsoid projectors, as well as follow spots and many other more. The LED and DMX technology are for some years here to take their places and to solve, why not, the environment and the pocket of the theaters. They are expensive if you want to buy this equipment, but they are cheap to electricity bills and a lot and the duration of the equipments for lots of years. Um, Now, first, the LED parabolic aluminized reflectors. I remind you what means LED. So LED par lights are a type of lighting fixture commonly used in stage lighting, concerts, events, and architectural lighting. LED par lights utilize light emitting diodes, the LEDs, as the light source. LEDs offer several advantages over traditional incandescent and fluorescent lamps, including higher energy efficiency, longer lifespan, and the ability to produce a more wide range of colors without the needs for color filters or gels or the iris or gobos and all the other we analyzed before. Like traditional parkans, LED par light features a parabolic reflector behind the LED array. The reflector helps to collect and focus the light emitted by the LEDs, directing it in a controlled beam. The use of the reflector enhances the efficiency of fixture by maximizing light output. LED bar lights also often incorporate multiple LED chips or different color, such as red, green, blue, and many times white and amber, most of the time white and amber, to enable color mixing and the creation of the wide spectrum of colors. By adjusting the intensity of each color, of its color channel, the light operators, can produce virtually any color desired, allowing for dynamic and versatile lighting effect. Many LED par lights are equipped with built-in DMX. You will hear many times this. DMX means digital multiplex compatibility, allowing them to be controlled remotely via a lighting console or DMX controller. This enable we will analyze enough what is DMX and how it works. This enable precise control over various parameters such as color, intensity, strobe effect, beam angle, allowing for complex and synchronized light designs. The LED bar lights are dimmable fixtures, meaning their brightness can be adjusted smoothly and precisely. This dimming capability is crucial for creating smooth transition between scenes, adjusting the overall stage lighting levels, and highlighting specific areas or performers on stage. Like other types of stage lighting fixtures, LED bar lights are typically controlled uh, using the DMX, the digital multiplex protocol. DMX signal from a lighting console or controller are set to the LED bar lights, specifying parameters such as color, as I mentioned before, intensity, and many other special effects. These allow for seamless integration of LED bar lights into larger lighting setups and enable synchronized control of multiple fixtures. LED bar lights generate less heat compared to traditional incandescent or halogen lamp, but they still requires effective heat management to ensure optimal performance and longevity. LED bar fixtures often incorporate heat sinks or fans to dissipate heat and maintain safe operating temperatures, especially if it's big, with many watts, I mean. The LED technology of the LED projector, you can see at the picture, demands 5 different fader control to the console for the 5 colors: red, green, blue, white, and amber. Well, I mean, when I say fader, I mean this picture that I show you now. Now this equipment here has 4 fader. Fader means a switch that fades. Fade in or fade out the light. Or if we have also the same thing to the sound consoles. But now we are speaking about the light consoles. So this one fader is for one color. So this projector here, which has 5 colors, needs 5 fader. One for red, one for blue, one for green, for white, and for amber. So if we combine one with the other, we make many different colors, purple or many other. We have to combine all these fader of the console. This is not the console that we will use. This is very simple thing. We will analyze the console in a while. This is LED bar wash lights. A part of all we mentioned before have the ability to move up or to move down, left or right in 36 degrees angle. They can change the color and make other light effect. They have the advantage of all the LED lights we mentioned before, but they are more complicated to operation. This demands 9 fader control, 5 for the colors and 4 to go up and down and left and right. So this is more complicated. We can send the light here or there by moving the controls of light up and down, left or right. And we can control also the color as I explained before. Look at this video to understand better what I mean when I say change color or move everywhere, and all these with a smartphone. They can control it with an iPad or a smartphone. Here you will see that the man inside has a smartphone with an application. Of course, this is an advertisement of a factor named the shows. You can see the video and hear the sound, okay?
No, I can hear the sound.
The sound has problem.
You cannot hear the sound.
No. I can hear the sound.
You cannot hear.
No.
We have just a moment. Why not? I stop and I share it again. Yes, that's right. That's why. Yeah. Now, please, somebody to answer if you see the same picture, the same to the whole screen.
No, the screen is divided. I see two screens.
Is it okay now?
Yeah.
I see two screens. I can listen to the sound, but
it's not full screen. It's not full screen.
It's not full screen.
No.
Yeah, I can see two screens.
Two screens. Just a moment. What about now? Is it okay now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can see the screen.
Okay. I will put the video from the beginning. You can hear the sound. It's okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much. He has a remote control, which is independent, but there is also a controller in the smartphone. Sorry. You see, he handled one fader for one color. Sorry. Okay. Now, the famous movie headlights, and indeed, they name them intelligent lights, and indeed they are intelligent lights or moving fixtures. Moving headlights typically use, of course, the LED lamps as the light source. LED lamps provide a powerful, focused beam of light while offering energy efficiency, color mixing, capabilities, and longer lifespan. The key feature of movie headlights is their ability to pan, rotate horizontally, and tilt, move vertically, And this movement is controlled by built-in motors and gears, allowing the fixtures to precisely adjust the direction of the light beam. Indeed, is this very complicated mechanism inside this lamp, this equipment here, and I have a video in a while, and you will see them. And you will see it, and you will see how complicated is this. That's why, of course, it is intelligent. So, oh, sorry. Now, moving headlights are also controlled via DMX, Digital Multiplex, I repeat, protocol. DMX signals are sent from a lighting console or controller to the moving head fixture, specifying parameters such as pan and tilt position, color, intensity, and many special effects. They contains built-in electronics, including microprocessors and control circuits. Just hear it. It's not something that you have to know that, but anyway, you have to inform about. To interpret DMX signals and operate the motors and other functions of the fixture. These electronics allow for precise control over the movement, over the color, and other parameters of the light. Now, many moving headlights can produce a wide range of colors by combining different color LEDs or using color filters. Moving headlights often come with built-in special effects used more in dancing clubs than in theaters. But we also use them in the theater not to create a general mood of the performance, but to make special lights for special moments. For example, in my theater, I have 4 of them in 4 corners of the stage. Only 4 I need, and only 4 I have from moving heads. But also I have 10 of wash LEDs. Well, moving headlights often come with built-in special effects using more in dancing and clubs and theaters. Some of moving headlights may also feature wireless or remote control capabilities, allowing them to be controlled remotely from a smartphone, from a tablet, or dedicated remote control device. Overall, moving headlights offer flexibility, precision, and creativity in light design, making them popular choices for professional lighting designers in the entertainment industry. Let's see a video. Behind. This is how programize it. This is the special effect. We don't need it in a theater normally. Okay. Okay, and now the movie heads are indeed a magic equipment, and in the theater we use them for special cases, as I mentioned before, when we want to create a special impression to the audience. Now, look at what is happening inside and with the mechanism of them. Yes. Is waterproof, of course, because they use it outside and not indoors only. It's very strong. Long distance. It's about 1.5 kilometer. And I want to insist Look at this. This is, when we speak about the LEDs, it's very small piece of something. I really don't know what is this, but not even, I don't know. But this is the LEDs. And it has too many LEDs here in order to achieve all these colors that we say here. So this is a disc of Cobos. You remember probably to the previous lesson that I show you a frame with a circle thing that is a combos, and we can make with this clouds or whatever. Now the same, all these things can be only with the movie head projector, without to touch them, just with a fader. "17 patterns." Now you will see now how it moves the lens inside. Look, it's here. 7 prisms. Okay, anyway, this is very expensive, of course. It's over than 3,000 euros each one of them, probably more. Okay, let's go forward. Now, we connect. Look at this. Another video. This is the new light of Acropolis in the middle of Athens. It has over than 500 movie heads around in order to light not only the Acropolis and Parthenon on there, but also the Erechthio, the Theater of Dionysus down of the rock of Acropolis, or the Herodium Theater down of Acropolis. This is absolutely new, not even 1 year it has that they establish this system. Look at this. You can see the rock of Acropolis, and down there now. And all this happened with a smartphone. This is the entrance. This is Caryatides, Erechthio. This is the Theater of Dionysus down of the rock of Acropolis. This is the entrance of Acropolis. a view from a distance, from the streets of Athens. Okay, it's amazing instruments, very expensive, very complicated, but it's amazing, of course. Now, how we connect all these things in order to collaborate, and we will have the results we want in the theater. It is good to say something for the connectivity. First of all, is the cable, which connects the different equipment. Now, this is the very simple analog cables for analog signal. Has 3 wires, phase neutral and ground. Let's speak about the cables which connect the projectors between each other and with the other equipment. Well, this is the old fashion of lights. Fresnel, PC, ellipsoids, profile, follow spots, etc. The cables are simple. They are cables we have in our houses. And the plugs also. Well, according to the voltage we have in our country. We in Greece have, for example, 220 volts. In the United States, they have 110. Now we will make a parenthesis just to speak for a while for electric current, because we have to know how it works. In electricity, we have speaking mostly for 3 elements and measures: the voltage, which measured by volt, the current, which measured by ampere, and the resistance, which measured by ohms. Electrons are fundamental particles of atom that they play crucial role in electricity and many other aspects of physics. Electrons are particles with a negative electric charge. They are one of the fundamental building blocks of matter, along with protons and neutrons. Protons, electrons orbit the nucleus of atom, which contains protons and neutrons. Okay, imagine that protons and neutrons is in the center and electrons is all around. Just like our solar system, the Earth, the Mars, Aphrodite turns around the sun. So electrons carry a negative electric charge, while protons carry positive charge. That's why the electrons stay there and don't go anywhere. That's why the Earth stay in orbit around the sun. It's absolutely the same. Well, neutrons have no net, no electric charge. Is not. Can you hear me well? Okay, thank you, because I had the signal right now that my internet is not very stable. Okay, in conductive materials such as metal, electrons are loosely bound to their atoms, allowing them to move freely within the material when subjected to an electric field. This movement of electrons constitutes an electric current, which is the flow of the electric charge. In the electric circuit, I will show you a short video after my text, my speech, and you will understand better. Well, in electric circuit, electrons flow from the negative terminal of the power source, such as battery or generator, through a conductive pathway to the positive terminal. This flow of electrons powers electrical devices and perform useful work. Electrons can also carry energy as they move. In electrical devices, such as light bulbs, we examine now to the light projector, electrons transfer energy as they interact with the device component. For example, in a light bulb, electrons passing through a filament produce heat and light energy. If you see a simple lamp in your house, you will understand what I mean. This filament thing that is in the bulb. Why? Because the filament of the bulb has a resistance, which make the electrons crowded on the traffic of electrons on that filament, on the which lights and produce heat. Look at this short video.
Atoms consist of protons and neutrons. These form the nucleus of the atom. Orbiting the nucleus are the electrons. It's these electrons that are responsible for electricity, hence the name. Think of these orbits more as shells surrounding the nucleus. What type of atom, which element it is defined by the number of protons in the nucleus at the center. Atoms of one element all have the same number of protons, but can have different numbers of neutrons and electrons. It's this variable number of electrons that is important to our understanding.
You can see
Electrons,
an electron
which are far lighter than the protons in the nucleus,
from the atom,
can relatively easily move.
And now
this
we
is
have the
important
current.
because the movement of electrons is what forms an electric current.
Right. So that's why we have, and this all this happen in the cable, in the normal, very simple cable that we have in our houses.
Atoms.
So now, what is happening to the DMX cable? Which DMX cable is a type of cable that is used in lighting control system to the digital lighting control system to send digital data between controllers, lighting fixtures, and other pieces of equipment. DMX, I repeat once again, became from digital multiplex. It's cables for digital components. And it's standard protocol for controlling lighting equipments in theater and all the other events. DMX cable typically use XLR connectors. You can see to the image. This is the connector. This is the XLR connector, which are 3-pins connector commonly used in professional audio and lighting equipment. You can find also DMX cable with 5 pins right here. This cable transmits digital data that control various parameters of lighting fixtures, such as color, intensity, the movement, left, right, up, down, and everything. DMX cable can carry signals over relatively long distance, making them essential components in lighting setup for large venues. It will be impossible, the movie heads, for example, to connect with simple cables and not to send digital data. They need other kind of data and signals. Of course, the electricity is the same, but we put them to make other works. Now, look at the video to see what is the XLR cable for DMX function.
We appear to have two XLR cables that look pretty similar. Both have the standard 3-pin configuration and similar builds. Maybe even the connector is the exact same on both. But go beyond the connector and you have cables with fundamentally different purposes. This is the XLR cable that we most often use for analog functions such as microphones and interconnects.
We
Analog
use
has
it
a
for
much
sound
lower
also.
impedance requirement, so cables don't have to be rated, but usually the impedance is around 45.
Now, let's see a little bit, because it speaks about ohms. Explain the relationship between voltage, which is the voltage we have in our plugs to the wall of our houses, the current of the electrons that circulate in the cables, and the resistance.
Around 45 ohms. This is the DMX cable that we use for lighting. This
Okay.
cable's purpose isn't about carrying an audio signal, it's carrying information or data that will communicate changes between lights and the source. The impedance requirement for this
This
is
has
120 ohms.
120.
They also come in 5-pin configurations and can be converted from 3-pin to 5-pin or 5-pin to 3-pin.
This is
using our DMX
adapters.
adapters.
Okay.
We appear to have
Now, connecting consoles, dimmers, light projectors. We will speak about the consoles in a while, and for the dimmers, and we speak also for the we spoke for light projectors. We will see first the analog and after the digital, in order to know both and to see the differences. First is the connectivity of a console here, the dimmers here, and here is how it connects to each other. Please keep in your mind this sketch here. We have a dimmer here. We have a DMX cable in order to go to the light board, to the console. And there is another cable from here to go to a simple analog projector. This is not a digital. This is not moving head. This is not LED wash, nothing. This is simple. Okay. Now, the analog dimmers. This is the dimmer from the front side. And this is the dimmer from the opposite side, the same one. Okay? Here, it goes to the three phases voltage. Now, this from here, there is leaves a cable and go to one projector, each one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 light projectors. From here, there is 6 switches that controls and operate each one of them. This is the dimmer. Okay. The analog dimmer are devices used to control the brightness of light by altering the voltage or current flowing to them. They work on the principles of varying the amount of power delivered to a load. Load, what I mean load? I mean a light bulb, for example, by adjusting the voltage or current supply to it. Analog dimmers typically use a variable resistor or potentiometer inside the box. Okay, just hear it, just inform about it, but you never open a box like this. To control the amount of electricity flowing to the load, the light bulbs, and the spotlights. The resistance of the potentiometer is a regulator, or the fader and the potentiometer is the same thing, is adjustable, allowing the user to change the amount of power delivered to the light bulbs and spotlights. Overall, analog dimmer provide a simple and effective way to control the brightness of the light by adjusting the power supply to them. How they do this? Keep this to, we will return back to this. Now, this is the analog lighting console, also known as a manual or traditional lighting console. Our control system used to operate and manipulate stage lighting features in theater. Analog lighting console feature physical fader. Fader, we mean all this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all these switches, knobs, buttons, and switches that allow lighting operator to manually adjust the intensity, the color, the position, the individual lighting fixtures. Each fader typically controls a single channel or attitude or a fixture, such as intensity. I mean, one of these control just one projector. Analog console organize lighting fixtures into channel, with each channel corresponding to specific fixture or group of fixtures. Operator can assign different lighting fixtures to different channels, allowing for independent control over each fixture's parameters. They may include submasters to present buttons that allow operator to store and recall specific lighting looks or cues. Submaster are physical fader or button that can be programmed to control the intensity of multiple channels simultaneously, while preset button stores and recall complete lighting states and or scene. Now, look at this. Here we have a series of red fader, and here we have another with blue one. If you count all these, you will find it 24. 24 red, 24 blue. Here we have another two fader, which is red and blue. This is the masters. This controls all this series. If this is turned off, nothing from this series of red faders works. And this is the blue one, which is the master control, which controls all the blue one. Now, if you see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 faders. And if we see the previous screen, we will see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This means that this console wants 4 dimmers, one for this, one for this, one for this, and one for this. This means that this console controls 24 projectors over the stage. But what can we do with a console like this? The light operator, can programize on this red here series different lights. For example, the 2 up there, the 4 to 50%, the 6, the 10th, and so on. 10 projectors, 10, but the 12, 15, till to 24, and can group with this to programize all these projectors in one fader right now. This is a very simple program that the light operator can do. And then to a very specific moment, second of the performance, she can move this fader, the other fader, and a group of lights can turn on. Did you understand this? Do you want me? Please keep some questions in order to ask me, because indeed, for somebody who hear all this for the first time, it is a little bit complicated. Well, I'm here to ask me and to explain to you whatever you want about all these things, which for somebody who works to the theater and negotiate with all these materials, it's a little bit simple. The digital one, is more complicated. Anyway, to this moment, do you want somebody from you to ask something?
You can explain again how it works, mix the lights in one.
Oh, who is speaking, please?
Andrea.
Andrea. Hi, Andrea. Well, what do you want me to explain?
I understood that I can put a lot of lights in one comment.
In one comment? Well, I have to stop sharing the screen, and maybe I don't want to. Anyway, tell me again, what do you want me to explain?
How we can mix three lights in one.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
Let's go back. Remember this sketch here. Okay?
Yeah.
This is a dimmer. This is the console. This is the projector and the cables from here to console in order to control what I want to do. And here is another cable to connect the dimmer with the light. Okay? Is it understandable, this? Is it easy for you?
Yes, so we'll see the class again.
Okay. Now, this thing went, here is the dimmer. From here, leave cables and go to the projectors. If here we have one projector, here this thing can handle 6. Okay? 6 like this. 6 like this, okay? Andrea?
Yes, okay.
Okay, yeah, please answer to me. Well, from here, we have 6 here, and another 6 here, and another 6 here, and another 6 here, 24 totally. This means 4 dimmers, 4 like this, 4 like this, okay? 4 like this means 4 plus 6 means 24. Okay? 24 projectors. But here we can, this console have the ability to combine many projectors of these 4 dimmers and 24 lightings in order to make a group and control by the lighting operator with the blue fader. So When programmized for a performance, I play and handle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15, 22, whatever from all this, and programize it to one fader of this. So I have a program, I have a group, and it's not necessary for me, for the light operator, to play with 15, for example, light projectors. It's enough to play with one blue, and not for 15, for example, red fader. Is it more clear for you now?
Yes, it is.
Well,
Thank you.
it will be more easy if we will be in the theater, and I can show all this because I have this console in my theater, or also to the small theater. Anyway, now the lighting cues or sequence are manually programmed and played back by the operator in real time during the performance. The operator used the console control to fade, crossfade, manipulate the lighting cues according to the script of the production. Analog console typically includes a patch panel or a patch bay that allows operator to assign specific lighting fixtures to channel or the console. By connecting the output of each fixture to a designated channel on the console via the patch panel, operator can control and fixture from the console. In order to make the long story short and to establish all this in a theater performance, let's say that we have Romeo and Juliet. I hope that everybody knows about Romeo and Juliet. We have one scene that Romeo and Juliet is in the middle of the night and say love words and speech between them. Okay? We want to light them with a red something a little bit and a little blue because it's night and everything. So I will turn on the 2, the 5, the 7th, the 15 projectors of all this, okay? And I have the result that I want as a light designer or the director of the performance. I have all the actors on the stage and I'm lighting 1, 2, 3, 4, 15 projectors. I programize it and put it to the first fader of blue and go forward. The next scene is when the father of, for example, I just say what I'm thinking now. When the father of Juliet come into the stage and is a little bit nervous. Where is his daughter? And I want to change the lighting because now I don't have a love scene. I have the father. So I made the 1, the 6, the 12, the 22, and everything, and I programize another group of light projectors, and I programize it to the second fader of blue. Is that clear? Please answer to me. Somebody?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Now,
So, can I ask some? Is it better to have all of these righted?
well, we will.
Where you put each one?
Yeah, no. I will put it to the YouTube, and you will have it.
No, I said
Uh,
when I'm using it, I will write in a paper. Number one is love story. Number two is father. This is
yeah. Just an example, okay? It is
okay.
just an example. Okay.
Yes.
Now, when now we have the performance. It's not a rehearsal. I have the performance. So in the performance, the audience is in the theater. The actors are ready and play and act on the stage. And I have the scene of love. I turn on the first one. Okay? All the other are waiting. I programize also the second, the third, the fourth, fifth, and so on. So after I have it on, when it finished and the father came in the stage, I open the second and I turn off, I put it down the first one. So now I have the second scene, I have the second fader on, and all going like this. All everything goes like this. The third is when the mother, and after that is when the Juliet suicide, and then is the Nonna, and many other scenes of the Shakespeare play. I programize all this, and I have something about 52, for example, groups. How I have 52 groups of this? Because this, when it finish the 24, it has another page. When I put this switch here, and I start from the beginning, 25, 26, 27, because this is also electronically. Well, this is what what I am, I mean about that. Do you understand it? Not very much. I understand. Not very much because it is online. It will be more easy if we are live. Anyway, let's continue. Well, now look at this. Here we have a memory controller, the console that I told you, and two dimmers, not four, as I mentioned before, but two. Okay, never mind. I have one, and this is the cable. I have the second, which there is a cable from one to the other dimmer, and from the other dimmer going to the console. And I have cables to each one of the projectors. So I made this, all this operation that I explained before. Well, let's see. It probably it is more clear, a little bit more clear now. Isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, let's see a video, and I hope that it will be more clear. Cabling.
This chapter looks into some of the do's and don'ts of cabling. You'll remember the short data cables we used in our earlier examples. Imagine you have 6 strobe lights divided into 2 groups. The 2 groups are separated by a large distance.
Well, this is for digital now, not for the simple analog one, as we mentioned before, but now is another connectivity for digital, for moving heads, or for power wash, or for the projectors before we mentioned before at the beginning of the lesson.
We start by running a cable from the controller to the left-hand group. Fine. Trouble is, we might need a very long cable to cover the distance to the right-hand group. Is there
Now, oh, sorry. Sorry,
This chapter
sorry.
looks at 6 strobe lights by a large distance. That is, we might need a very long cable to cover the distance to the right-hand group.
So you see that now there is no dimmer here. It is only the console and one DMX cable, which go to the first projector, the second projector, another DMX there. And now it says that when we have a very long DMX cable to go to the other side of the stage, we lose the strength of the digital signal. That's why.
Is there an easier way? The answer is yes. Imagine if we could divide the data into 2 identical streams. Well, we can, with the help of an additional device called an optosplitter.
Splitter.
Or a DMX splitter.
This is a splitter. So is a DMX splitter. The console, one DMX cable go to the DMX splitter, and from the splitter they can go one share from here, another one from here, another one from here, and we can make I don't know how many digital projectors, moving heads and everything.
Some even refer to it as the RS485 splitter. What the optosplitter is able to do is split or divide the stream of DMX data into 5 identical streams.
This is the data.
You may be tempted to use one of these. Well, don't. If you do use one, you're just asking for trouble. It's one of those things that can safely be filed under "seemed like a good idea at the time." Let's take a look at the optosplitter in a larger setup. We begin by running a cable from our controller to the optosplitter.
Now, you can see we have different equipments. This is a fog machine. This is a moving head. Also, this is a moving head, and this is LED bars. Another LED things, digital one. Now, how we will connect all these digital different equipment?
From
One
the 5
cable go to the
identical
splitter.
output ports, we cable our setup as shown here. Although you can keep on adding devices to your link, you shouldn't connect more than 32 devices to a single link. Always terminate the link with a terminator plug in the output socket
Yes.
of the
Well, the last one of the equipment, like this one, this is the last one. We don't have anything after this. Is 1, 2, and this is the last one. We put a terminator. We put a plug like this just to finish. It is like to put a full stop to the current, to the signal, to the DMX signal.
last fixture on the link. Remember, each of the branches must be terminated by the terminator plug.
All of them, they want a terminator.
The terminator plug soaks up the control signal so it can't reflect
Now
back down the link.
in real picture, here come the cable from the previous, and here we put the terminator, and we say to the signal that there is no more equipment after me. Oh, sorry. What?
So
Oh,
the
sorry.
classic method for DMX control is the hardware controller.
No, it's another.
Every DMX hardware control system is designed to handle a set number of light fixtures. For example, I've got a Chauvet Obey 40 that I use to control
This is Chauvet, very famous in Europe, title of equipment.
my lights,
And this is the console.
and I like it a lot. The Obey 40 can control up to 12 different lights. Now, remember from part 2 how we set our DMX address. The first light starts with the DMX address 1. For every single one of those 12 lights, my Chauvet 40 has 16 dedicated channels of control. That means the first light gets channels 1 through 16. The second
What did he say now? If we have a moving head, for example, which needs, it has 5 colors, it has a special effect that, like we showed before. If they had the moving head, have to go up and down, left and right in 360, they need different faders for each one of them. So we programize this from behind, from a channel 1 to 16, and after that 17 to 32, and so on.
Second light gets channels 17 through 32. The
And if
third
we have
gets
more-
channels 33 through 48. The fourth gets channels 49 through 64, and so on. Remember that number range from 0 to 255, where 255 was equivalent to full power and 0 was equivalent to no power? This is where that range comes into play. On my controller, each fader has 255 steps.
Right.
There's an LED display on my controller which tells me where my slider is in that range when the channel is selected. You just find the value that corresponds to the amount of power you want on a particular channel for a fixture, and then you set your other matching fixtures with the same value on that same channel for each light. Not only does this help you perfectly match brightness, but it also helps you match color when you're mixing with red, green, and blue channels.
Yes. So, now, it is impossible. It is a lot of information right now for you. Indeed. What we try to do with these lessons, with these meetings and these workshops, just to show you just a general image. And if I can, to be more specific, yes, I am available to repeat it again and again. And you can ask me right now or to send me a question in order to answer to you. But after this section of these workshops that we make in Spectacolo project about the lighting design, you have to go to a theater to see in real a light designer to work and to be with him and to see the equipments itself, to see how they works. It is not for learning this video, but it is just for a good information. I hope it is a good information. To know that all these, at first point of view, different equipments, they are not alone. And they have to connect, to collaborate. The consoles, the dimmers, the cables, the light projectors, and everything. She is a person specialized on this, the electrician specialist on theater lighting, who must work, who must concentrate and behave like an actor. I mean, I have in my mind the light operator, and me as a theater director, and many times a light designer, because I sit with my lighting operator and work together for nights, 4, 5, 1 week, working together for 6, 7, 8 hours a day in order to finish all the performance and to make 60, 70 different lightings, 60 different groups of all these projectors to work together. The lighting, the moving heads, the washes, the LED bars, digital one, the analog one, in order to work all together. Why? in order to make the mood, the atmosphere of the performance. What the atmosphere is? The atmosphere is love, for example, Romeo and Juliet. I have to make a mood, an atmosphere of love between these two boys and girl, boy and girl. So after that, we have, for example, the battle between Romeo and Mercutio and all the other heroes there. Okay, I have to make uh, another lighting, another group, and I have to make all these equipment to collaborate together. So after I make the performance and I as a director leave from the theater and I leave the actors to play and the light operator to work on. This light operator is a specialist of a theater lighting who must work and concentrate and behave like an actor. I underline this. He is the light designing and the lights when the performance begin is like an actor. What it means? It means that the light with how bright it is, how fast it is, how small or big is, uh, transfer emotions to the audience. So it is like an actor. The specialist who has all this technology must follow with eyes, with ears, and feeling the performance and click the buttons on the right cue, the right second, in order the light on stage to give the appropriate mood feeling and emotion to the audience. So the light designer and the electricians who work in a theater are artists with special technical skills who put on the stage their sensitivity, their emotion, and their skills and talents. They are not only technicians. They have to engage their emotion, their memories, their sensitivity in order to make good lightings for a good performance and the audience to be to feel good and to have uh, accordingly good emotions, to cry, to laugh, and everything. Well, yes. Now it's your turn, please. I stop the sharing and I want your questions. It is impossible to understand everything. It's really very too many information. But anyway, I will upload this video today to the YouTube, and you can repeat it and to see and to stop it and to gather your questions and to send it to me till next Thursday and to ask whatever you want, or if you want, send a message and we can make a special small or big group from you in order to discuss your questions. Andrea, I can see you, and Katarina Busitz also, and not the others, in order to know your expression in your face and to see how. Okay, Ivana, thank you. And in order to see all your thoughts and how you are deep in your thoughts. You are.
Well, Nicholas, thank you for this. It's really something completely new to me because I'm a performer, and sometimes I mostly do the job of a technician. For example, at our university in Belgrade for dance, so we had this like in this black studio we have simple lights. We have profile LED lights. We have this wash lights, LED lights, and kind of use it in a program that calls Martin Blight Jockey. It's on a
Yeah,
computer.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so like I'm more interested in how to like work from the computer. Maybe we'll be on some other lectures during this. But yeah, it's like totally something new, and I would like to understand for a performance what lights to use and like from the front, from the side, like how to make some simple lights on the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said that you are a performer.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, you've been to one of our performance with Dach Theater that we did with Dancing Trees. I was one
Ah,
of the performers. Yes.
you were one of the performance.
Yes.
Yeah, there in the park.
Yes.
Well, I really don't recognize you because the light it was so
Yeah.
dark and we were without seat and too many noise around and
Yeah.
all the thing. Okay, but in indoor theater you cannot understand. Oh no, you can understand how you have the actors, the performers, must know how the lighting works.
Mhm.
There are too many times that the actors, the performers on stage, especially to the indoor theaters, must collaborate with the light. I said before about how fast is the changing of the light from the one light to the other. It is the same rhythm. It is the same fast that the actor must be. If I have to change the light in 5 seconds when the father of Juliet come in to the example that I used before, it is 5 seconds that the actor has to come in the stage. So these two must be together. The father came in, and the light must came and fool the stage. Or if it is something mystery, for example, it's another mood. So the actors and the performers must know how it works. There are too many times that my actor, by instinct, when the light fall with aggressive, very strong on their eyes, they go a little bit behind. This is mistake. This is wrong. They have to be and to collaborate because the light wants the face most of the time. Wants the face. So you have the performer must see the light in his her face. Well, when I was an actor, I see the light right here to my nose, and I'm okay. If it is in my nose, it's not okay. I'm out of the light.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, my question was like on another sessions we will work on this, what lights to use on the stage so that are the performers are like visible, or what kind of atmosphere to make on the stage.
Oh, well, in general, what can I say is that on the stage, on the roof of the stage, must have different kind of equipments, analogs or digitals, LEDs, moving heads, bars, whatever, in order to achieve the right atmosphere. There are some times that we have analog projectors, 500 watts. And there is sometimes that I have PAR, for example, 300 watts, because I want something like this. Or to maybe I want an actor to go from left to right, and I want a moving head to follow him. So the actor must walk in the same rhythm every day, in every performance, in order to follow the light, because the light is programmed and will be the same in every performance. The actor maybe today is tired. The other next day is happy, and the next day is sad. So he works under different emotions. But the lights, if programmed with the light designer, is the same every time.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Andrea, tell me something. I don't want to leave you today with so many thoughts. Believe me, it's a beautiful work, very interesting work. Sometimes it's better to work with lights and not for actors, believe me. Believe me, yes.
Yeah, I see that it's very artistical. You have to be the inside of all the history to understand how to make it.
Yeah.
And I was thinking that the music is like the partner of the lights also, because the music can improve the lights also.
Yes.
And
there is. The music, of course. You see now, the music is another technical thing, technical in quotes, okay, that must combine with the lights, with the actor, with too many other things. And all these things for the audience in the performance must go together. So it's not an actor and another actor. It's not only Romeo and Juliet. It is also the light over them and the music to their sound environment. And these two vivid people, actors, must collaborate with with these old technical things.
Yeah, I see that in Caper we have very good technicians in theater because they make very beautiful lights. But I imagine all the stage and the musicians, the singers ones, they don't work on these. They just put lights there and that's all. And I think we are missing beautiful projects in the music, because Cabo Verde is very musical and we have a lot of festivals. But in a lot of them there is no show. I love the show. I love the beautiful, and there isn't.
Okay.
So for me, it's very interesting to understand and to dream about a lot of things. Thank you.
Well, look, they used to say, and it is truth, that to make theater we need only two persons, one to act and one to see. That's the two elements. That's the two persons. Okay, we can make it with a candle, and maybe it's very beautiful. We can make it with two projectors. We can make it with 1,000 projectors. Yes, okay. The actor is the most significant thing in the theater. Of course, we need another one to see him or her. Yes, of course. But from now on, we find all our roles. So the light designer and the director and the costume designer and the stage designer and the makeup designer and everything. Well, it is another society. When we start to make rehearsals, we start to make a family. Really a family. Well, all the actors sitting all together. Maybe I don't know who are you, who is here, who is there, but in a while, the performance that we want to create together linked us in a moment. Not in a moment, okay, in 2 days, okay. And after that, the light designer and the sound designer and all of these people came to see the actors to speak, to act, to move in order to understand what mood they have to give. That's all. And all this is a family. And the audience, when they came in the theater, they just see just a part of the energy of all these people, of this family. Just one part. What part is this? The part that the artists, allowed him to see. Before the audience come in the theater, there is 1 hour, half an hour, 2 hours before that the actors are there, the electrician, the operator, the light operator is there. All the theater is like a bee colony, and up and down in order to make exercises, to warm exercises and everything in order about 8 o'clock at night to start the performance. The audience to come in to see what I made, and after 2 hours to finish, and the energy continues for a while more in order to demaquillage, in order to take my costume out and put my everyday costume and go to my house. Have a nice night, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.